On today's episode of Watch J Go, I quit Turo. What is going on, guys? I am Watch J Go, and today, like I said, I'm pretty much done with Turo at this point. There's like one rental left of the Fiat. That one will probably get canceled because it's so far out in the future and I want to sell this car. The Dart just came back from a rental just minutes ago, and today I'm going to reveal the secret, how we GPS track these cars. So hop in the passenger side. You can hear Casey's got the diesel running over there. We're going to make an iron yard run to empty out all the scrap iron that's been building up in the shop for a while. We're cleaning house. And today I'm going to show you guys how we've done our GPS tracking, because it doesn't matter anymore because I can't really rent my cars. They're all unlisted. So the OBD2 port is right here. And this is a really cool GPS tracker. Basically, you'll see it once this comes out. Pop this out of here. I've got to find all my zip ties that are in here to make sure that this could never be removed. Because the first thing I do when I rent any car or test drive anything, I pretty much check for GPS trackers immediately. Every car dealership uses them now, but you know, in the past they didn't. So here we have, it's coming at least, pull out all these wires here. We're almost there. I even zip tie the OBD connectors together so it just cannot be removed. Okay. This is an OBD2 splitter. And this takes the factory OBD port goes in there, and it gives me two other OBD ports. And I put this one back in the stock location so that nobody thinks to check any further, typically. And then we've got my Bouncies, and we're using Bouncie's really epic GPS tracking and car monitoring to keep track of the whole fleet. It tells me everything. It tells me if the battery's low, it tells me the mileage, it tells me the fuel, real-time tracking, how fast they were going, if they were braking hard, all kinds of cool stuff. And since it's sitting on the OBD2 port, it's real diagnostics. It knows the brake pedal position, throttle pedal, all that good stuff. I can see pretty much everything about the car all the time. And these are the stock OBD2 connectors, so they pop back into the stock location and clip in, and it looks like nothing was ever in the car. So all I have to do now is put the stock one back and go drop this thing off to its new owner. And just like that, the stock OBD2 port is back in its place. It just clips in and it looks like nothing was ever there. So this is a great solution a lot of Turo hosts use, but the OBD2 splitter is the icing on the cake to make sure it's pretty much undetectable. It doesn't matter either way, you're totally allowed to do it, but I just wanted mine to be sneaky and not removed. These things cost about $70 and then $6 or $7 a month for service. So nothing crazy, and if your car gets stolen, you know where it's at. And we also have one in the Porsche, obviously, because it was supposed to be one of the rentals. And you need a T20 to get in here, and then just pull down on this whole cover, it'll pop out. Once you pull down, you pull forward, and that releases everything. There's a little light in here you can squeeze and take out the whole trim piece. And now this has a custom Volkswagen OBD2 port in here that I had to buy because the Dart GM ones are not the same at all. So we even made the colors even match. Now the Porsche here has a whole lot of zip ties in here. I made it impenetrable, but I definitely didn't want this to ever come out. So now I got to cut all this out of here. Let's see. Oh, there's one more zip tie. All right, we got our original stock OBD2 port back, and now I need to get it out of its little, has an enclosure for the port. On this thing, you have to slide it out of. This is the setup for your Porsche, Audi, Volkswagen with their OBD2 splitter. You can see the Bouncie right there. And the Porsches use this purple connector that has these slide-in tabs that locks into this enclosure that locks in under the dash. So we've got it out. Now I can put all the stock stuff back and we're home free. Now we got two of the Turo cars all back to stock. Obviously this is leaving tomorrow, Dart's leaving today, and they look absolutely factory. You don't have to splice any wires, don't have to cut anything. OBD2 splitters are absolutely the move. Well, you guys know the drill. All of my scrap metal we run over here to Wichita Material Recovery. Huge shout out to those guys. I was actually running a little bit late. I know they needed to get out of here, but they stayed like 15 extra minutes to help me unload all this stuff. We got the truck emptied out, and that means all of the scrap that I've been building up in the shop for like years. Well, I guess it's been a little over a year. We got it all out of there. Now we're headed right down the street, not very far at all, to go sell the Dart. And the Dart is pulling up over here at Affordable Mobility Solutions. A buddy of mine owns this dealership, and he's buying the Dart, and probably buying the Fiat. For some reason, no one else bought them yet, so dealerships get them. And before you ask if I'm trading them, the dealerships are paying the prices I'm asking. I'm asking so little money, but nobody's buying them. It turns out the Cayenne actually has a factory windshield, I think. It's that Saint Gobain Securite, and all the other glass has the same marking on it, which definitely makes me think this is all factory glass. It seemed like it had been replaced when I bought the car. I don't think it has. I just figured it would have a Porsche logo on it. It doesn't. Today we're going to try out a brand new windshield repair kit, because obviously I want to save a factory windshield if I can. It's got the rain sensor, all that good stuff in it, and it's expensive. But the reality is you just don't want to have to replace them, because it breaks that factory seal. So we have 2 bullseyes on this windshield. I think they've been there since I bought it. There's one right there and one right there. This one is about a fingernail width, I don't know, ½ inch. And this one is a little bit beyond that, but it's still a nice cleanable bullseye. Also, the detail dudes just cleaned this whole car. Look inside it. It is cleaner than the day I bought it, which is impressive. I mean, it's very clean inside. So kind of pumped about that. We are taking it to Kansas City tomorrow to sell it. But first, windshield. So we've got some alcohol prep. We've got a big old injector. This is a new to me system here. There's our resin, glass resin, T13641. There's a little push pin in there to help clean things up. Razor blades. It's a good kit. And this is, of course, our bridge for the injector. Here is the injector. Interesting. So this one, instead of having that nice system the Rain-X one has a little dropper, and you suck the drops out and put them in the injector. There's the plunger. There's the injector with the seal for the glass. So seems like it'll be just like the Rain-X one. I'll start with alcohol, and we'll do a little bit of cleaning, and we'll put the bridge on there and inject some resin. So this kit has this push pin, and it says to use the push pin to clear any loose glass. There's no loose glass here. Both of these are nice and ready to go, so we'll go ahead and wipe it all off with some alcohol, get it all prepped, and try to get it right over the bullseye. Yeah, that'll work. Tighten it down until it touches, and then 3 more turns. All right, we're throwing away our resin injector, all that good stuff, the dropper. We've got our plastic on the repaired chips now. We went ahead and injected it. And I mean, they're better. I'd say they're not perfect on this one. I think it's because of this kit. The other kit, the Rain-X one that I love, every single time I can totally save the glass, but this one you can still see a little bit of the repair. It's not bad. So we'll let this stuff set up, pull off the plastic, razor blade it clean, and should be good to go. What are you looking at? That's how they're supposed to look. In the warehouse, we're gonna bring the green Corvette back over here, get that thing wrapped up. I've got all the parts here for that finally, and we've got somebody to do the clear, and of course the top is still sitting right there in that box. A brand new tan top with actual glass and defrost, so that'll drop maybe that'll drop back in. And all the parts are finally here for the S10 Extreme as well, and it's getting nice outside, so we can get the cab off of this, get it painted, and get to work building the race truck. Also, one of my favorite things, obviously, just showed up. We've been waiting on this for a long time, but it's hard to get these. Thank you. Yes. The old 550-916 Terminator X-Max for the LS1, LS6 with transmission control, which is perfect for our 5.3 that's sitting over there with a 4L60 on it. Built-in transmission control, touchscreens in here. We're ready to manage the S10 and build another race car. This will be fun. Word. So excited for this white box.
Thank you for joining me for another unboxing video.
That's the shortest. We didn't even open the real box.
Right.
But I don't want it open, so I know if anyone misses.
No, you need to keep it all there, you know? Make sure all the pieces.
Otherwise, somebody will open it, and then I'll be like, where'd the parts go? So, that's why.
I took them.
Yeah, I know. Look at that, we got some space back in the warehouse. Audi's over there with the Ariel Atom, looking pretty cool together. Some of my favorite cars to drive. I'm pumped about that. We got a ton of scrap iron pulled out of the building, basically everything that was actually scrap, and got a little bit of money for that. Sold the Dart, sold another thing, so we're down 3 cars today or something like that. 4 cars. I forgot the Cayenne's leaving. I'm so sad about that, but you know what? My truck is kind of cool. I hadn't driven it in a long time. So we made great progress cleaning this place out, and selling off a few cars, and it looks like we got a Fiat and a Durango that still need to get out of here, but we're getting close on those as well. We'll be able to just kind of work on whatever soon with all this room in here. Anyway.
I mean, play ball.
Well, yeah, I did want a basketball goal. Smart.
Where are you going to put it?
That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchterago.com for cool shirts just like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And I will talk to you next time. Another thing everybody was waiting for months and months and months. All the outlets on the lifts are finally wired and working, and all the screw heads point the same way as they should. Like, it is awesome. And what? Oh yeah, one of the lights had stopped. It's because the insulation was too far into the plug. So we took that apart, got that fixed, and we're gonna finish up all the low voltage wiring on the lights. We're making some big progress that was just kind of done over the weekend on the shop. So a little more fixing to do, and with some cars out of the way, it's gonna really help me get the lift over everything, because I gotta get back up in the ceiling a lot. So.